Hi all, today's video is about introducing a new queen to a queenless hive. So I'll start the whole process where when I was inspecting a nuke of mine and going through the frames, I realized that there was no queen in there. So I gently lifted frames one by one to inspect, and all I could find was there was loads of honey stores, but there was no pollen and no eggs laid at all. At this stage, what I decided was that the hive that you see on the left also didn't have a queen at all, and colony in the nuke was getting very weak. So I've decided to merge them together. And when I merged the two colonies, what I also did was I gave them frames from another hive so that able to raise their queen themselves, which they eventually failed. So I decided to do an experiment which I've never done before. So I ordered a mated buckfast queen online, which comes through post, which I'll show you later how to do that. So at this stage, the colony couldn't produce queen cells from the eggs that I had given them. So the next steps, what you need to do before you introduce a queen is to make sure the colony is completely hopeless. So I had given them the frames which they couldn't make the queen from. So that means that there's no way that a colony can produce its own queen cells. So at this stage, this is the right point of time where you can add a queen cage inside, and there are more chances of them accepting a queen. Remember, you can follow all the steps properly, and there's still a small percentage that of chance that they would reject a new queen as well. But then by doing so, making the colony hopeless, we are increasing our chances that a new queen is fully accepted. Hi, so I've received my queens today, and I'll show you how they come. So they arrive in a cage like this. The queen's in there, there's some fondant here and here as well. So today's plan is that we will put this cage in the hive, and we won't open the tab over here. We leave the cage in there for 2 days, and then we'll come back after 2 days and open this tab over here so the bees can have access to this fondant here. And by giving extra time for the queen to be introduced to the hive, that will increase more chances for the queen to be accepted. And I'll take you to the hives now and show you how we do that. As you've just seen that I've received the queen in the post, I couldn't film the part where I'd put the cage in the hive, but I'll explain you what we did. I put the cage in the hive, stuck it between the two frames, but I left the tab on there for about 2 days, came back after 2 days and broke the tab so the worker bees in the hive and inside could eat through the fondant and come into the hive. And we left the colony untouched for about 2 weeks, and today we've come back to have a look if the queen's been accepted or not. By keeping the cage for about 2 days inside and then breaking the tab after that, which would overall make it about 5 days before the queen would be introduced to the hive, kind of mimics as a queen would be in a queen cell, but the colony itself can get familiarized with the pheromones that queen has. As you can see, the blue marked, that's the queen, and we can see that she's been successfully accepted by the colony, and you can see there's been brood being laid on that frame, and we found another frame where there was a brood as well. The queen normally takes about first 2 to 3 weeks where she's laying a bit slow and then after that she starts laying in her full potential.